If you're living and working in New Zealand, or even just thinking about it, you absolutely need to pay attention. We're about to break down some huge, game-changing immigration updates that are coming up really, really fast. Okay, let's get into it.
Seriously, take a moment and really ask yourself this, because the rule book is about to be rewritten. And for a lot of people, the path to residency or even just staying here is about to get way more complicated. So the real question is, are you ready for it?
Okay, so let's get right to the point. There is a very real, very firm deadline on the horizon. And honestly, knowing what it is and what it means is your first step to making sure your future here is safe.
And look, I'm not just saying this to be dramatic. We're talking about major policy shifts that are already locked in. So if your plan is to kind of wait and see, you're taking a massive risk. The window to act under the rules we have now, well, it's closing fast.
This is the date. This is the one you need to burn into your memory. March 9th, 2026, because on that day, the entire landscape of New Zealand immigration changes. So what exactly is the big deal? What's happening?
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of these big changes. We're going to cover everything from how jobs are classified to how much you need to be earning. And let me be clear, these are not small tweaks. They are fundamental shifts in how the system works.
First up, we've got something called the National Occupation List, or the NOL. Basically, Immigration New Zealand is getting rid of the old system and bringing in this new list. It's supposed to be a better fit for New Zealand's actual job market. But here's the crucial part. It means the skill level of your job might be about to change completely.
Okay, but it's not all doom and gloom. There's actually some good news here. The government is adding 47 new occupations to the list at skill levels 1 to 3. So for some people, this could actually open up brand new pathways to residency, especially if you're in a role like a specialized chef.
Now, this is a huge one. The immigration median wage is jumping up to $35 an hour. Why does this matter so much? Because that number is tied to, well, pretty much everything. It affects residency pathways, your visa conditions, and even your ability to support your family. And this table shows you exactly what I'm talking about, plain and simple. If you want to support your partner on a work visa, the amount you have to earn is going up. For most jobs, it's a jump, but for those on the green list, it's climbing to $52.50 an hour. For a lot of families, that could be a real make or break difference.
So this brings us to the most important question of all. With all this stuff going on, are you personally at risk? Let's take a hard look at who's going to feel these changes the most.
Okay, if you work as a pet groomer, a nanny, or a kennel hand, you need to listen very, very closely. Your roles are being officially downgraded from skill level 3 down to skill level 4, and that, I'm afraid, is a really big deal. So what does a downgrade to skill level 4 actually mean for you on the ground? Well, it means any future visas you get will probably be for a shorter time. You're going to face tougher English language tests, and critically, it could mess with your ability to support your partner or kids for their visas. The road ahead just got a lot steeper.
And you might be sitting there thinking, phew, my job's not on that list. But hold on a second. This move sets a precedent. The government has said the NOL is going to be updated every year. So just because your job is safe today doesn't mean it will be tomorrow. This uncertainty, it really affects everyone.
Okay, so that's a lot to take in. I know, it's complex and it's probably a little bit scary, right? But here's the most important thing to remember through all of this. You absolutely do not have to figure this out all by yourself.
When things get this complicated, having an expert in your corner isn't just a nice idea, it's essential. A firm like Just Immigration Consulting, for instance, this is what they do. They specialize in untangling exactly these kinds of messes and giving you clarity when the stakes are this high.
So what does that expert help actually look like? Well, first off, it's deep, deep knowledge of New Zealand's immigration laws so they can give you clear, straight answers about how the new list and the new wages affect you. And this is huge. They offer support in English, Punjabi, and Hindi, so nothing gets lost in translation. It's about having a real partner you can trust.
It all comes down to this. You have to take action. That deadline isn't moving, and the time to get your strategy sorted out is right now. Not next month, not next year. Now.
And look, they've made the path to getting that clarity super straightforward. It's just 3 simple steps. First, you contact them for a consultation. Then, their team does a deep dive and assesses your specific situation against all these new rules. And finally, they help you build a solid plan to get ahead of that March 2026 deadline. Okay, this is the slide you're going to want to screenshot. Get your phone out. For English, the number is +64 21022 48196. For support in Punjabi and Hindi, you'll want to call +64 21023 76853. Or you can just email them at info@grachil.co.nz. Seriously, don't put this off. And, this quote from them really gets to the heart of what they do. This isn't just about forms and rules, it's about people's lives, their families, and their dreams. Knowing that they believe every person's story deserves to be supported with care, well, that's the kind of person you want in your corner. So we end up right back where we started. The clock is ticking down to March 9th, 2026. The rules of the game are changing, the path forward is getting more complex. The only question left is, will you be ready when that day comes? Now is the time to find out.